Gareth Southgate has quit on England. When I first saw this headline, I had some mixed feelings about it on how I was going to go in on the UK mandem, okay? Because this could not have happened to a better nation. You being on toast, xenophobic pussies. You guys suck. England are awful. Some of the most obnoxious fans in the world. And you guys are losers. How the hell is this graphic talking about Southgate steps down? The English FA tweeted, Southgate has decided to walk away. His ass should have been fired. Imagine letting this bum who's been in a job for 8 years and has won nothing get this much respect. When I tell you guys that England are the Tottenham of national teams, this is exactly what I mean. This guy is an OBE or something, whatever the hell that means. I know it's a prestigious honor in your country. For what? What has Gareth Southgate done? I'm seeing fans online argue about whether this was the right move or not. Should England have tried to keep him or not? Southgate has had arguably the most talented generation of English players that we've seen. And he's bottled it. Oh, he's made the quarterfinals and the semis and the finals. So what? He didn't win it. Nobody gives a shit about making the final. You think 20 years from now, we're going to remember how England made the final? No, we're going to be talking about how Spain and a 16-year-old Lamine Yamal cooked you. Imagine singing about how it's coming home when you've never won the Euros. And yo, there's some cool British people out there. Big up to all the UK subscribers that I have. But you guys don't understand. Chat, when you're American and when you make the content that I do, talking about this sport, the only country where I get the most hate from, and I think most Americans get the most hate from, is the UK. Oi, bruv, you don't know ball, bruv. Go stick to basketball, you yank. I've seen the US men's national team lift more trophies than you've seen England lift. The last time England won a trophy was 1966. I think Martin Luther King was able to see that game. If I was alive back then, I couldn't have watched the game in certain places. You guys are ass. I can't believe that I'm seeing the debates online about whether Southgate should have stayed or not. Are you serious? Like, am I being a little bit too harsh here? Maybe. But I tell you what, when you guys want to sing about it's coming home, even though you never won the Euros, when you guys want to make the claims that you started this sport, when you guys want to gas up all your players as being the best in the world, where are the trophies to back this up? Spain are everything as a country, as a league. It's everything that England thinks that, like, England look in the mirror and they see Spain, because Spain is a proper footballing country. The national team wins trophies. The club teams win trophies. Fuck does England do aside from Man City and Man United back in the glory days? And I'll give you guys this. The Premier League is the most entertaining one in the world. But when it really comes down to the nitty gritty, if it's not Man City, y'all not on shit. Let's be honest. We don't, like, the world don't fare England like that. I'll give you the entertainment aspect of it. But this guy, Gareth Southgate, should have been sacked years ago. He's a fucking bum. And the fact that you guys let him walk out, it was his decision, shows me that this country, England, are a bunch of losers. And it makes sense to me when I go through And I see the Premier League, how fans don't put any pressure on their clubs. This is why Man City are going to continue to win the most trophies. Even when Pep leaves, Man City are probably going to still be on top. You know why? Because they have an elite mentality. All these other clubs are infested by losers. Arsenal, losers. Man United, losers. Liverpool, let's see. Now that Klopp's not there, let's see. Chelsea, underneath Roman Abramovich, yo, y'all was big dogs. Underneath Todd Bowley, I see what he's trying to do, but the fans at Chelsea not really putting the pressure on the team and on the board like that. Tottenham, I don't even got to fucking talk about Tottenham. How the hell are Tottenham a Big Six club? How? How are you a Big Six club and you don't win no trophies? What are we talking about here? I'm seeing Arsenal fans, Man United fans, Tottenham fans, all getting on to Southgate. Where's that energy with your club managers who haven't won shit? How is Arteta so loved at Arsenal? What's he won in 4 years? Ten Hag is more successful than Arteta. Like, hello. The mentality of the English FA is the reason why you guys aren't a serious national team. You guys have the players. There's talent there. But you let this bum ruin it. You let this bum waste 8 years of this crop of players. Now, what's next? I feel like the English FA are going to more than likely make the wrong appointment again. I don't know who it is going to be, but I can tell you already, I'm confident they're going to be a flop as well. Because that's just what this country does. I don't give a shit about Southgate having the biggest win percentage and, you know, he's getting into the later stage of the tournament. England should be winning some of these tournaments. No excuses. All those big players on all that money, all the highest ratings in FIFA, the way that the English media sucks off every single one of them. The PR is crazy for serial losers. You guys are the Tottenham of national teams. The Euros that just passed was one of the worst Euros I've ever watched. You want to know why? A big part of that was because of England. Literally. I was actually thinking about ending it all, every watch along that I had to watch England play. It felt like a punishment. Awful football. No chances created. Southgate's not bold enough to drop players that might need to be dropped. Yo, Jude Bellingham's my guy. Cooked for my club, so I'm happy with them. But for England, he shouldn't be playing as a 10. He's an 8. Harry Kane, legs are gone. You're going against Spain. They're dominating possession. You're trying to hit them on the counter. The fuck is Harry Kane doing out there? Harry Kane couldn't beat my grandma in a race. This guy, man, has literally ruined the last 8 years of English football. This guy's winning all these high honors. He's getting praised. Oh, we're proud of you, Southgate. All the media companies tweeting this nonsense. What a bunch of losers. And this is why it's never coming home. Because the mentality in England is you're just happy being runners-up. Look at how happy Arsenal fans are to come second in the Premier League. It carries over. This is why you see serious countries like Spain, Germany, right? That's why you see them usually pick up international trophies, because the standards are just high in those countries. Imagine creating this sport and you don't win anything in it. That's like if I created a new game and then I teach it to everybody else and then they all beat me in it. It's like, bro, how does that work? Arguably the most valued squad in the tournament, probably worth over $1 billion in terms of how much all the players are worth combined. A deep bench. This guy Southgate couldn't drop Kyle Walker for Trent. What are we doing here? I mean, look, it's not all on Southgate. I think he deserves like 75% of the blame. But the players, It's not Southgate's fault that Kyle Walker can't cross a ball. It's not Southgate's fault that Declan Rice can't fight off the press, can't pass the ball forward. It's not Southgate's fault that Phil Foden ghosted. It's not Southgate's fault that Harry Kane legs are gone. This guy is more of an 8 than he is a striker. So I don't give him all the blame. The players got to hold smoke as well. But the fact that he wasn't fired shows me a lot. Last thing I'll say before we move off, right? Because I'm tired of talking about England's bum-ass national team. Fucking country full of losers. Reports 2 days before the game, before the Euro finals that you lost, by the way. Just hold that, okay? Spain getting cooked by a 16-year-old. All right, fair enough. 2 days before that game, why were there reports saying that the English FA wants Southgate to stay until the World Cup 2 more years? How the hell are you going to want a manager to stay and give him that kind of promise or reassurance before a final gets kicked off? Talking about it doesn't matter what happens in that game. They want Southgate. I'm glad that Southgate's quit. I got to give him a round of applause. Because at least he has some self-awareness. He's like, yo, I've been here 8 years. I'm shit. I don't win anything. Let me walk away. I rate it. Because your country wanted to keep him for 2 more years. They wanted him to lead them into another major tournament. As I said, it couldn't have happened to a better nation. If there are no England haters left, I must have died. I will always be here. And the thing is, I had no problem with England until I started making content. So for everybody that DMs me on Instagram, TikTok, talking all that shit because I'm American, hold that, you bums! Watching you guys lose in the final made all those shit games that I had to do on stream and on the watch-alongs worth it. It was worth it because you guys were so close. And you guys were actually believing. Football won. Football won. But yo, let me know what you guys think about Gareth Southgate quitting on England. He didn't get fired. He quit. England wanted him to stay until the World Cup. And he said, nah, I've already done enough damage here, mate. I'm out, mate. But yo, get a conversation. Let me know who you think should replace Gareth Southgate. I don't know. Do they go with another English manager? Eddie Howe, Graham Potter? Or do they go look at maybe a foreign manager? Ain't no good managers in England. They're all shit. You guys created the sport and can't produce any good managers? Do you guys know that no manager born in England has won the Premier League? You know that. Bro, embarrassing. Embarrassing. It's just an absolute joke, man. Make sure you guys get in the comment section and let me know what you're thinking. I just had to cook England, though. If you guys missed the whole rant, you could go back a few minutes. But let me get into the chat. What you guys saying, man?